Hello and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and today's video is about Day 2 box office collections. Don't give away, na? Day 2 box office collections of Kalki 2898 AD, starring Prabhas, directed by Nagashwin, also stars Deepika Padukone,
Amitabh Bachan, Kamal Hassan,
yes,
and a lot of other small roles.
The news is kind of little... Okay, we'll get to it.
Sad. Well, so the news is the Day 2 box office collection has seen a very steep decline. Decline close to 50%.
Correct. So the decline is close to 43%. So Kalki 2898 AD, it's one of the biggest Indian films, even in terms of budget, vision and everything. Starcast also, and everybody expected that this movie is going to hit the box office like fire. The opening day will be 200 crores. But according to the official posters, at least, the movie managed to come close to 191 crores, which is close to 200 crores.
Again,
and we thought it's a healthy trend, and
yeah.
Thursday it's a weekday, and slowly Friday, Saturday.
But
Sunday,
we have to mention that is the gross worldwide box office
Correct.
collection. The net collection is not as much.
Correct.
That was day 1. So the Day 2 net India collection is 54 crore.
Correct.
It came down from 95.3 crore from the first day. Again, sources from the internet, various sources compiled this number.
Correct.
On day 2, it dropped down to 54 crore. Again, with Telugu states and the Telugu version of the film providing most of it with 25.65 crore.
So you can clearly see that 50% of the revenue came from Telugu states and Telugu version, and the rest of it
Tamil is 3.5 crore, Hindi 22.5 crore, which is good, a good trend in Hindi, and then Kannada 0.35 crore, while Malayalam gave 2 crores. So in totality, when we take an average of all this, the drop was minus 43%.
Okay, so there are two ways of looking at this drop, because first of all, 50% drop in a big prestigious movie like this, which is, you know, aiming at a target close to 500 to 600 crores, right? So it is very important.
Just 500 to 600 crores, that is the budget. They are aiming at much more.
Assuming that that could be the target, because official numbers are not out. Some areas they went for own release. There are a lot of business decisions involved. Even if we look at the mark as 600 crores that is being circulated across, it's still a very big number. And looking at the trend, you know, it is definitely a danger bell. But again, one more thing that we should also look at is it's Thursday, first day, Friday, second day. So the weekend is still there. And as usual, Telugu states are definitely, people are coming, the people are enjoying the movie. That is very evident. So we can still bank on the 2 days.
The alarming thing here is that the drop is seen in the Telugu states or the Telugu version of the film itself, because in the 54 crore, although 25 crore comes from Telugu, the drop is very significant. The first day it was 65.8 crore, which is close to 66 crores. But right on the second day,
it came down to 20s.
So the drop is more than 50% in the Telugu, for the Telugu version.
Yeah, so this is raising a lot of questions about, because we also know that there is divided talk about the movie. It's not unanimously positive talk that is going across, especially outside Telugu states. And if you look at the Telugu states, you know, business also, the first day is usually, when it's a star-led movie, it is for the big stars and their fans to take over. But from second day is when the real test starts. And looks like the test is actually, you know, the box office is testing Kalki's potential. Right. Outside, so the divided talk is very high. And what do you think? Is there a very divided talk which is actually putting a lot of pressure on Kalki's box office collections? Or what?
Yeah, and you tell me, is there any holidays in the Telugu states in this weekend? Or is there something like that which made the makers choose this extended weekend? Why did they release it on a Thursday when... Well, as far as I know, there isn't any holidays.
Yeah, there is nothing like holiday, but they were aiming for a long weekend and a release date which is no movies released for a while, and then there's no competition basically. And if you look at it, like across cinema, there's no competition for like 2 months now, especially during the elections also. Like not a lot of movies released, and in Telugu, it was a very dry season for 2 months. So in general, the expectation was people will definitely turn up to theaters.
But was that a wise move? Well, the numbers for Friday shows that it wasn't really a good move, because many people chose to go to their office rather than the cinema theaters.
Yeah. So in a way, if you think about it, this shows one thing, that the makers of this film were very confident with their output, and I think this divided talk is something that they didn't expect. Maybe that could be one of the reasons why, because if you look at a day that is Thursday, which is a weekday followed by another weekday. So it's not a holiday also. So when you're planning your release that way, that means you should be extremely confident with your product. And it's a good product in a way, but there is divide talk that cannot be disagreed.
Again, if we disregard the kind of mixed reception the film is getting, that too, it is based on the languages it is released in.
Correct.
Most of the mixed reception is coming from the Hindi version of the film and the Hindi audience, while in the Telugu audience, there has been mostly positive reviews and some mixed reviews. But this isn't the first time where a working Friday has seen such a huge dip. Many other huge films who chose for this 4-day weekend,
Correct.
they've also seen this trend. For example, a film like War in Bollywood, that too had a 4-day weekend, extended weekend, and the second day seemed a major dip, while on the first day it had broken all the existing box office records for a Bollywood film back then.
Yeah.
So this isn't a new thing.
Understandable that a second day of a 4-day extended long weekend might see a dip, but the number is a little alarming. But the real test will be Saturday's numbers.
Yeah.
That is day 3, because Saturday is mostly considered as off. So what kind of performance Kalki will have at the box office this weekend, that is on Saturday and Sunday, will decide the fate of the movie.
And more importantly on a Saturday, because Saturday's flow will decide how Sunday is going to go.
Exactly.
If Saturday's numbers don't really pick up, many people will just look at that and choose not to watch it on a Sunday.
Correct.
That is another important thing, is that it's the finals.
Correct.
The India versus South Africa World T20 finals this evening, which is Saturday evening, and many people might choose to watch that over the film or catch the late night shows. So it is definitely going to take a hit, which actually also happened on Thursday when it was the semi-finals and India was playing back then too. So that probably might have taken away the chances of Kalki 2898 AD reaching the 200 crore milestone. This might have been a major reason.
Yeah, so similarly, like how these are potential reasons that we are guessing about what could be the reasons of, I don't want to use the word underwhelming performance, because it's still good, but not up to the expectations, is how I would put it. But still, again, we were talking a lot about the divide talk, right? So we made a video yesterday about our opinions, the discussions, explaining the climax portion, a lot of details. It's a very big explanation video about a lot of things about the movie. Please don't miss that video out. There are a lot of details involved in that. And also we will be bringing a lot of interesting updates, box office collections, revenue analysis,
upcoming films, reactions, all of it.
Full entertainment ka package man daggara untadi. So for all of that, please
full entertainment package ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ.
Enkitte irukum.
Manslai.
Oh, banger. Yeah, so please subscribe, like, share it with your friends. And also important question of this video is, does this movie really have that divided talk, and does that make any sense, or is it, we know that there is history of hate towards Prabhas that has been there in the air. Nobody addresses it, but we know that kind of trend, especially coming from northern states. Do you think that is dominating or showing its effect on this movie, or what are the theories that you have in your mind for the performance?
And box office wise, this film seemed like it is going to breach the 2000 crore mark or the 1500 crore mark, which has only been breached by 2 other Indian films, which is Dangal and Bahubali 2.
Correct.
Which is the 2000 crore by Dangal and the 1500 crore worldwide by Bahubali 2. This film, now it seems like even 1000 crore would be a challenge to conquer.
Correct.
What do you think? Will this film continue its box office run well throughout the weekend, recover whatever slight dip it saw, and move towards the 1000 crore mark and join the likes of KGF 2, RRR, Pathan, Jawan, Animal? No.
Animal also.
Animal crossed 1000 crores or 900, somewhere around.
Okay.
All the likes of these people, will it go on to the 1500 crore club and join Bahubali on his throne, or will it also dethrone Dangal's Amir Khan? Well, we'll know soon enough. You guys will know it through us. So for that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And
so this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And you're watching India Today SoSouth.
Also, India will win tonight.
Let's see.